Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to build Deckard's blaster or pistol from Blade Runner. Now all these parts have actually come from about 3 or 4 different sources online, just because they seem to differ somewhat, and I picked what I thought was the best selection. Now as you can see here, this surface I've actually used high temperature PLA glass fiber reinforced, because when you sand it, it gives a really nice kind of texture, and this texture is, I think, going to help with this build. It's going to make it look a little bit more realistic rather than super shiny. So let's start by showing you the difference between a Bamboo P1P on the left with 5,000 print hours, and that there and the one on the right was from a Creality K2 Plus. So as you can see, huge difference. Even after 5,000 print hours on the P1P, it prints beautifully. So, with all the supports and brims removed, sanded, and a good coat of primer, and we're going to start with the handles. I've gone for the non-textured handles here, as you can see. I did print the textured handles, but I didn't really like the finish. So, I'm going to use some metallic iridescent paint here. It's gonna, I hope, produce a really nice result, because we're going to do 2 solid coats on here and finish it off in a slightly different way. So with those drying, let's move on to painting the other parts black and silver respectively. Again, sanding all the parts necessary. Here I'm using 600 grit and 800 grit sandpaper, and then separate all the parts out because I'm now going to start painting them. I'm going to use iridescent metallic black as well. It's got like a natural carbon kind of colour to it, which again I'm hoping will produce just the kind of result that I'm after. I'm not after a super smooth, artificially shiny finish on this build. I want it to look a little bit more industrial, a little bit harsher to the eye, and that texture that the high temperature PLA with glass fiber reinforcement offers, I think is going to do that. Wet sanding on this top section here, the barrel, because I do want that to be a little bit shinier if I can, but on goes a silver paint. This is just straight metallic silver acrylic. Getting in the letters, I want to make sure that there's a bit of paint inside there. Make sure you get the majority of it out, because we don't want to fill those letters up. I changed my mind, was going to make this underbarrel black, decided to make it silver. Here we go with the grips. Now 2 good coats on here. We're going to get some UV resin out here, and we're going to colour that with one of these, or maybe even a combination of all of these colours. So I'm going to suspend the handles or the grips on top of these little pegs, so that any drips that may happen kind of, you know, sink down on top of that board. So out comes the resin. I'm going to start with a yellow, 4 drops, and see how we get on. Mix it, and I'm going to apply that with a brush, and then get a UV torch and seal that first coat in. The resin will self-level, and it does a really nice job actually, a really good first coat. With both of those finished, they're completely cured under UV light. I don't use the torch for all of it, but moving on to painting the smaller parts. These are the silver parts, like our triggers and safeties, etc. Lots of little pieces going on in this build. Now, let's put it all together and see how we get on. There's a couple of areas I just want to point out when we get there, but for now I'm just going to shut up and let you enjoy the process of assembling Deckard's blaster from Blade Runner. Now this actually is not in the instructions for this. I couldn't find particularly accurate instructions. Now as you can see here, that is below the level of this, and it actually should be reversed. It should be above the level of that. So note, I put this on upside down, didn't realise until the very end. It doesn't detract from the model at all, but I want to make sure that you guys can get it right. All the holes are being reamed with an appropriate size hand drill just to make sure that the fitting of the artificial bolts does go to plan. With the paint in there, and actually depending on your print specs, these holes can be a bit tight, so I do recommend doing that. Look at the finish on that grip, really happy with that. It's like a metallic copper finish. I think it looks excellent. So as you can see here, this is the part where the underbarrel should have been turned up 180 degrees. So we've got to go in and make a couple of new holes and get those little artificial screws in there, or those bolts in there. So there's a little mistake there. That bolt on the right hand side shouldn't have gone in yet, and you'll see why very soon. Now on the underside of Deckard's pistol, actually in the movie, there's two LEDs. Now this is the part that comes with all the models. This is the part that I've changed. So I've taken this and just basically caught it out as much as I could, because I want to get some electronic gubbins in there. We're going to get these two little LEDs fitted, get them powered by a little button cell and a little micro switch as well. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I've got two little 3mm red LEDs, and with that a tiny little switch. As you can see, it's pretty small, size of my fingernail, and then a 2032 cell holder, and we've got some 330 ohm resistors here. So I'm going to position the two LEDs kind of appropriately. I've looked at all the pictures, and you know, Blade Runner is one of my favourite movies. These are pretty evenly spaced. You can hear the printer in the background. Apologies, that's printing the replacement bolts that I've fitted incorrectly during this build. Just going to brush in a little bit of that UV resin to secure those LEDs into place, and positioning this switch, there's not a lot of room, to be fair, so it's kind of got to go there where it is. I need to bend those pins over because space is so tight, and we're going to measure that gap, and obviously the battery is dead. It's 7mm anyway, it's a 7mm hole, so that's the position. Just going to clean up the edge and use that edger to that deburring tool to make sure that hole is perfect size. Finish off any cut edges, and I'm just going to play with the wires and try and get them in where I can. It's tight if you want to do this. It's a really tight fit. The smaller the button cell holder, the more space you'll have, but it's doable, as you'll see. And this is where that bolt should have gone in, not earlier. So I've drilled it out, printed another one, and in it pops. Test fit, see how it goes in, make sure it does. Really nice fit. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that's to add some finishing touches, test our LEDs, and we're going to top it off with our carbon powder, which makes it look a lot more realistic. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you next time.